Okay, so Valentine's Day, right? It's coming up and you want to get something special.
Yeah.
But your Valentine, they're a little bit more into tech than like the traditional stuff. You know what I'm
Right.
talking about?
For sure.
Chocolates and flowers. It's a classic. But
Yeah, it's a little played out.
let's dive deep into some tech gifts, shall we? That'll make them go, whoa, you really get me.
Absolutely.
Okay, so first up, we got to talk about these AI smart frames.
Okay.
Now, I know you're thinking digital frames, like those things my grandma has.
Yeah.
These are not your grandma's digital frames.
No, not at
These are
all.
next level, right?
Exactly. We're talking about frames like the Skylight or the Nix Play, and these babies are using AI, like actual artificial intelligence.
Okay, so what does that even mean in a digital frame?
Well, think about it this way, okay? The AI in these frames is basically learning what your Valentine loves to see. It figures out which photos get the most attention, the ones that they always stop and look at.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and then, get this, it starts prioritizing those photos, showing them more often. It's like having a personal curator for their memories right there in the frame.
That's pretty awesome. Like it's not just a random slideshow anymore.
Exactly. And here's the kicker. You can even upload new pictures to it remotely. So, like, even if you're miles apart, you can still share those special moments instantly.
That is seriously cool. All right, so moving on, for those who practically live on their computer, we've got to talk about mechanical keyboards and custom keycaps.
Oh, yes, this is where it's at.
So I hear all the hype about mechanical keyboards, but I got to ask, is it really that different from a regular keyboard? Like, what's the big deal?
Okay, so imagine this, right? You're typing, and every keystroke feels super responsive. You can feel that click, that tactile feedback with each press. And there's even, like some cool sounds depending on the switches you pick.
I can see how that would be satisfying.
Oh, it is, especially for coders, gamers, anyone who spends a lot of time typing.
Right, right.
Now, on top of that, you have the world of custom keycaps, which is where things get really fun. These are basically like little pieces of art for your keyboard.
Okay, I've seen pictures of these. Some of them are wild.
Oh yeah, there are artisan keycaps out there that look like anything you can imagine. Little animals, food, characters. You can even get custom-made ones with your Valentine's initials or a special inside joke.
So it's not just about the performance, it's about expressing your personality through your keyboard.
Exactly. It's a way to personalize your workspace and make it your own.
I love that. Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit and talk about something that can help your Valentine stay focused and energized throughout the day.
Okay.
And let's be honest, there's nothing worse than settling in to work on a project, you're in the zone, and then your coffee, it's gone ice cold.
Ugh, the worst.
Right. This is where the Ember Smart Mug comes in. I'm hearing amazing things about this.
This thing is a game changer, okay? It's not just keeping your drink warm. It's about maintaining that perfect temperature, like down to the degree. You set it to whatever you like, and it stays there for hours.
So it's not just a fancy thermos, it's actually like actively heating the beverage.
Precisely. Imagine this, okay? It's got these sensors and heating elements, and it's all controlled by a microprocessor. It's basically like a tiny electric stove built right into your mug.
Wow.
Yeah, and the best part is it pairs with an app on your phone, so you can even adjust the temperature without having to get up.
That's some serious coffee dedication. Okay, let's talk about something that feels like stepping into the future. AR headsets.
All right, now we're talking.
They're not just for gaming anymore, are they?
Nope, not at all.
Tell me more. What are we looking at here?
Okay, so you've got your gaming headsets like the MetaQuest 3. Those are awesome for fully immersive experiences, right?
Oh yeah, I've heard amazing things about those.
But then you've got these newer ones that are bridging the gap between virtual and real life, like the X-Real Air AR glasses, for example. They overlay digital information onto your actual surroundings. Think interactive learning, virtual tourism, even hands-free work applications.
Wow. So it's like you can see the real world and have all this extra information layered on top of it.
Exactly. Imagine you're walking down the street and you can see reviews pop up for restaurants you pass, direction overlaid on the sidewalk, information about landmarks.
That's mind-blowing.
It really is. The potential is huge.
All right, let's step back from the future for a moment, talk about something a little more practical, but still super impressive. Wireless charging stations.
Oh, yeah. These are a lifesaver, especially for the techie with a lot of gadgets.
They're just so much more convenient than dealing with a tangled mess of cords, right?
Absolutely. And these days, they're not just for phones anymore. You've got stations like the Anker 737 Mago or the Nomad Base Station Pro, and they can charge multiple devices at once.
So you're talking like phones, smartwatch, earbuds, all at the same time.
Exactly. And they look super sleek on a desk or nightstand, too. No more cluttered cables, just a clean and organized charging setup.
I love the sound of that. Speaking of convenience, what about portable MIDI projectors? Those seem to be getting really popular lately.
Oh, yeah, and for good reason. They've come a long way from those clunky old projectors. We're talking compact and powerful now. Like, you can literally fit some of them in your pocket.
That's amazing. And the picture quality is actually good now.
Oh, yeah. Some of these newer models, like the Anchor Nebula Capsule 3 or the XJI Mogo Pro, use really advanced projection tech like DLT or laser, so the image is super bright and sharp, even in a well-lit room.
So you're saying you could take one of these camping, project a movie onto a tent wall, and actually have a decent viewing experience.
Totally. It's like having a personal cinema that you can take anywhere.
Okay, this next one, I'll admit, I'm still a little fuzzy on. Personalized NFTs and a digital art frame.
All right, so NFTs, right? This one is definitely for a specific kind of tech enthusiast, someone who's into crypto and the whole digital art scene.
Yeah, exactly. I hear all this talk about NFTs, but honestly, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
No worries, it's a lot to take in at first. Okay, imagine this. You know how artists create paintings or sculptures and those pieces are unique and valuable? NFTs are like that, but for the digital world. They're using this blockchain technology, which is this super secure way of tracking ownership online.
Okay, I'm following so far.
So basically, an NFT acts as a digital certificate of authenticity, proving that you own the original version of a digital asset, whether it's a piece of art, a music track, even a tweet. And you can display your NFTs in these really cool digital art frames.
So it's like instead of owning a physical painting, you own the digital original, and you can show it off in your home.
Exactly. It's a whole new way of thinking about art ownership and display.
That's fascinating. Okay, for the techie who's always eager to learn and grow, what about a subscription to a tech learning platform?
Oh, that's a fantastic idea. And there are so many great platforms out there now.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Well, you've got Masterclass where you can learn from like world-renowned experts in various fields.
Yeah.
Or platforms like Coursera, Pluralsight, Udemy. They offer thousands of courses on all sorts of tech topics.
Like what kinds of things?
Oh, everything. Coding, web development, AI, cybersecurity, data science, you name it. And you can find courses for all skill levels from beginner to advanced.
So it's like a personalized learning path that they can access anytime, anywhere.
Exactly. It's a gift that keeps on giving because they can continue to learn and grow long after Valentine's Day is over.
I love that. Okay, so for the minimalist techie who's all about style and functionality, what about a smart ring?
Oh, those are super cool. They're like a discreet alternative to a smartwatch.
I've seen a few around, but I haven't really tried one yet.
They pack a lot of tech into a small package. You know, you've got your activity tracking, sleep monitoring, heart rate sensors.
Wow, so all that fits into a ring.
Yep. And some of them, like the Oura Ring, are known for their incredibly accurate sleep tracking. They can tell you everything about your sleep cycles, your heart rate variability.
Okay, I can see the appeal of that.
And for the more fitness-focused, there's the Ultrahuman Ring Air. It tracks your movement, your workouts, and even provides personalized insights based on your data.
That's pretty impressive. I have to admit, I'm intrigued.
They're definitely worth checking out.
Okay, lastly, we got to talk to the hands-on techie who loves to tinker and build.
The maker at heart.
For them, I'm thinking some kind of DIY tech kit would be a hit.
Oh, for sure. You can't go wrong with a classic like a Raspberry Pi 5. It's so versatile, you know? They can use it to build almost anything. A retro gaming console, a home automation system, a personal web server.
That's amazing. So much possibility in one little device.
Right. And for someone just starting out with electronics and programming, an Arduino starter kit is perfect. It's got everything they need to learn the basics and start creating their own projects.
It's like opening up a whole new world of creativity and innovation, right?
Totally. And then there's Lego Mindstorm's robots, which are a ton of fun for all ages.
Okay, now those, I have to admit, I would totally play with too.
Right. They combine the fun of Lego with the power of robotics, so your Valentine can build and program their own robots.
Now we're talking.
There's really something out there for every type of tech enthusiast.
Well, I think we've given our listeners a lot to think about. Hopefully some inspiration for those Valentine's Day gifts. Any final words of wisdom?
Just remember, at the end of the day, the best gift is one that comes from the heart and shows your Valentine that you really get them.
Perfectly said. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Happy Valentine's Day.